Hey guys, it's Wengie and hugs! Welcome to my storytime series where I tell stories about my life. So let's get started. Sometimes I'm scared of people. Growing up, I was painfully shy. Not just normal shy, but teachers telling my parents I have a social problem during parent-teacher interview shy. In every report card growing up, I would have one line that's guaranteed to appear.
Wengie is a quiet but happy girl.
Also known as, this girl has probably said 10 words in class all year. In a nice way. Funny thing is, I didn't feel as weird as people thought I was. I didn't know being shy was a problem that somehow needed to be fixed. Most of the time, I was daydreaming about fun things, so didn't think to talk to anyone because I was having so much fun talking to myself in my head. Well, okay. Now that I've said that out loud, maybe it's a bit strange. All the friends I had growing up were people that adopted me. In other words, anyone that talked to me first and wanted to be my friend was my friend because there was nothing more scary than actually talking to someone else first. I used to think, what if they didn't want to talk to me? Maybe I'm not interesting enough. I'll just leave them to talk to other more interesting people. Not me. It was half me being afraid of being uninteresting and half me thinking that I was so strange, maybe it's best not to subject people to that. However, once someone was kind enough to adopt me, I was very happy and was a really good friend. Mainly because they would be like my only friend and my whole life would revolve around them. Promise I wasn't creepy. My first best friend that I remember was Amy. She was from the Philippines and spoke English in a really American way. I feel like her accent stayed with me for a long time because throughout high school, some people would always ask me why I had an American accent when we talked on the phone. I picked up accents really easy for some reason, and if I stay in a country for long enough, I would start to pick up their little habits. I was also friends with some neighbors upstairs. I don't remember their names, but they were brother and sister, and the older brother used to bully me by chasing me and pulling down my pants, and that made me cry. That was a weird friendship. Next up was Emily, who was my friend from when I was 8. She was a studious girl that wore glasses and had short hair. She introduced me to Jessica from the grade below, and all three of us became friends. I thought I was pretty cool to have a friend from another grade because not many people did that back then. One of the moments I was not proud of was when I used to gang up on Emily with Jessica. I feel really bad about it and wish I could take it back. Not my best moment, and I'm glad I learned never to do that again. I doubt you're watching, Emily, but I am so sorry. Once when I was 7, my shyness was such a problem for my teacher, she ended up calling my dad in to tell him that I had social issues and he should take me outside more and meet other kids. So after that, he would take me to see other kids after dinner, and I think it helped me become more social. It also led me to meet a boy named Chuck who became my friend after school, and I would play with him after dinner. Dad took me to see Chuck every other day and we became good friends. It was the first time I had a boy as a friend, and I remember being intrigued when he went to pee standing up. That was strange to me because I peed sitting down. Too much information? Okay, let's move on. The way the teacher spoke about me made me feel like there was something wrong with me and that there was something I should fix. I think it was on the back of my mind growing up because by high school, I changed completely and you couldn't keep me at home. I would go out every day with anyone willing to hang out with me. It was like I was trying to make up for something that I felt was wrong with me. Either way, I think it helped me become a more balanced person in the end, and I thoroughly enjoyed socializing with other people and realized I wasn't so shy anymore. Through practice, I was able to overcome my shyness. Even though sometimes I still do get shy, I don't think it'll be something I'll completely get rid of. It's part of who I am, and I'm proud of it now. Now when I look back, I realize that I was just an introvert, which means I enjoy being alone and get energy from being by myself with my thoughts. It doesn't mean I'm shy or cold or socially awkward, it just means I prefer to be alone and feel more energized that way. I am happy to sit at home and explore my imagination, read books, and just enjoy that little voice in my head. Being in social situations drain me, but I still enjoy them. And there's a few reasons why they do drain me. Number 1, I'm always worried about hurting other people with what I say. I'm that person that will say something and then worry for the next 3 days if someone took it the wrong way or was hurt by it or thought I was rude or many other things. I will replay conversations in my head multiple times after each social situation and think about 3 ways I could have said that thing better. Because I don't want anyone to be unhappy or feel uncomfortable, I overthink everything that I do and say, and most likely I end up not saying anything at all. It's easier that way. There's also a great hack for these situations. It's asking the other person questions so that they talk and therefore I get to listen, which honestly I much more enjoy. Caveat is you also need to find someone that's really talkative. I will also overthink what other people say to me, and every sentence they say to me will result in 5 different possibilities of what they mean. Then I will try and guess which one they actually mean. And by the time I get to the end of that cycle, I am very mentally exhausted. So then I just end up finding the nearest animal available and play with them, because they don't talk and they don't judge me. My other hack is to find a friend or group that's very talkative, and therefore you can just stand there and enjoy their company without saying anything. Now looking back, I've always been attracted to more outgoing and friendly people because of this. Maybe you can say I got adopted by them too. There's nothing wrong with being introverted, even though I was made to feel like there was something wrong with me growing up. It's been said that 25 to 40% of the world are introverts, so that's probably why I always felt like I didn't fit in. However, I'm glad these days there's more awareness of what an introvert is, so I finally feel like I'm not alone or strange, and that there are also many people like me. In fact, you could be an introvert as well. If you're related to any of these or you have your own stories about being an introvert, please tell me about it in the comments box below. If you're an extrovert and spent the whole video thinking how strange I am, make the world a better place and adopt an introvert. Make friends with them when they're too shy to make friends with you, and understand when they need their personal space and it isn't because they don't like you anymore. Most likely they just want some time to themselves. Then we don't have to say we're busy while lying in bed in our PJs, because going to that cool party would be our worst nightmare. We'd rather curl up with our cat and read or watch YouTube. Is that you right now? 'Cause that's totally me. I also believe I am more shy in some parts of my life and less shy in others, depending on what I'm doing and what my career involves. For example, in my early stages of being a YouTuber, editing videos was definitely one activity that made me much more introverted than I originally was. I spent many nights in the dark by myself with no time to see my friends because making videos took up all my time. I hope you enjoyed my story about shyness growing up. Or if you weren't shy, did you adopt a shy person? If you like any other stories from me, leave your suggestions down below and I'll do more of these. Remember to show this video some love if you want more of these animation story times. Until next time, guys, hugs, love you, mwah.